Hello students. In this video, we'll be talking about what is coding. Like what is actually meant by coding and what is the use of coding. On our daily basis, we keep using multiple softwares and various applications. But have you ever wondered how all these applications are being created? Like who actually developed all this software and applications? Yes, the one who has created all these applications and software is we people itself. All the mobile applications or desktop applications or even softwares which we are using nowadays, like Facebook, Instagram, Gmail accounts, Google, and all, is pile of code which is written by we people itself. Here, various programmers combine together and contribute to each block of code, which is then combined together. Each piece of this code is combined together in order to form the entire application. So, all these pieces are joined together and at last results in the actual software or applications which we are using nowadays. So, in order to build any kind of software or an application, code is the thing through which we could communicate to computers. So, how the computer is able to code? Can computers understand human language what we are speaking? The answer is obviously no. We will understand how the computer is able to communicate with people and the basic terminologies which are very important before we start to code. As discussed earlier, obviously computers do not understand human language. Then, what is the mode of communication in order to write our code so that computers can understand? It is machine language. Then, what is machine language? Machine language consists of byte codes. What is byte code? After we write our code, which is probably a kind of English language, which we'll be writing code in the upcoming sessions. So, this English language which we are writing code is processed and then converted into machine language so that computers can understand. But what is the machine language that computers usually understand? It is all the binary code. Binary code is something which usually consists of only zeros and ones. That is, computers can understand only zeros and ones. Once we write our code, it is converted into machine code, that is zeros and ones. Here, each byte, that is 1 byte, is equal to 8 bits. 1 byte consists of 8 different bits. All the bits are zeros and ones. We can represent all the decimal values, that is 0 to 9 or whatever number it is, and the alphabetical values in the form of binary codes. Here the decimal values are converted into binary as seen in the table, whereas here the alphabetical values A, B, C, and all are first consisting of ASCII code. This ASCII code is further converted into binary values. Let us now look at two examples of how decimal is converted into binary and binary is converted back into decimal. The conversion of decimal to binary. Here we'll be finding the binary values of 1 to 5 decimal numbers. Here we'll also be using 2 power values because binary is base 2. 2 power 0 to 2 power 7 we'll be using. Let us consider 1 byte, which is 8 bits. I am taking all 8 bits as zeros. Initially it is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6 and 2 power 7. In order to find the binary value of 1, here we have 2 power 0 as 1. Wherever 2 power 0, there we'll replace with 1. Here let us only consider 4 bits. 00001 is the binary value of 1. For 2, 2 power 1 is 2. Only this we have to replace as 1. This remains as 0. It is 0010 is the binary value of 2. Next for 3. 3 is the addition of 2 power 1 and 2 power 0. So it is 0011. Here we have to place 1 and here we have to place 1 for 3. For 4, 2 square is 4. Here we'll be replacing 0 as 1. Remaining all are zeros. It is 0, 1, 0, 0. For 5, 2 square is 4. This is 4. 2 power 0 is 1. 4 plus 1 gives 5. So 2 power 2 square and 2 power 0 is 1. Remaining all are zeros. It is 0, 1, 0, 1. That is the decimal to binary conversion. Now we'll move on to binary to decimal conversion. Now let us convert this binary values into decimal values. As discussed earlier, this will be using over here also. This is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square and 2 cube. So wherever 1 is there, that will multiply with 2 cube. Wherever 0 is there, that will multiply with 0 itself. So 2 cube into 1 plus 2 square into 0 plus 2 power 1 into 0 plus 2 power 0 into 0, which is 2 cube is 8 into 1 is 8 plus 4 into 0 is 0 plus 2 into 0 is 0 plus 1 into 0 is 0. Answer is 8. The binary to decimal conversion of 1000 is 8. Now let us look at this. This is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, 2 power 7. So 2 power 7 into 0 plus 2 power 6 into 0 plus 2 power 5 into 1 plus 2 power 4 into 0 plus 2 cube into 1 plus 2 square into 0 plus 2 power 1 into 1 plus 2 power 0 into 0. Here we have 2 power 7 is 256. 256 into 0 is 0 plus then 2 power 6 into 0. 128 into 0 is 0 plus 2 power 5 into 1. 2 power 5 is 64. 64 plus 2 power 4 into 0 is 0 plus 2 cube into 1 is 8. 2 square into 0 is 0 plus 0. 2 power 1 into 1 is 2 plus 1 into 0 is 0. 64 plus 8. 72 plus 2, 74. The binary to decimal conversion of 00101010 is 74. How this code which we are writing in normal language is converted into byte code, that is machine language. There are two specific kinds of things which are involved in this conversions, that is interpreter and compiler. They are used to convert the code which we are writing in normal language into binary code, which is machine understandable language. Interpreter and compiler are doing same kind of work most probably, but they are not same. There are slight differences in interpreter and compiler, so let us understand what are they. Interpreter, here whatever code we are writing, it is called a source code. That code is taken into interpreter. This interpreter acts as a bridge between the code which we are writing and the machine code which is to be converted. It converts each line of code at a time. It doesn't convert the entire program. Only one line of code which we are writing is converted into machine code, and then we get the output. If there is any error occurring during the process, then it sends a message back to the code which we are writing in order to run once again. So interpreter is used to convert the code which we are writing into machine code only one line at a time. Whereas compiler, compiler also does same kind of work which is similar to interpreter, but there is slight difference. Let us figure out. Here, the code which we are writing is taken to compiler, but instead of converting single line of code, it converts the entire program. Like all the lines of code which are present in a file is converted at a time into machine code, not line by line. After converting into machine code, we'll be getting the output. If at all there is any error occurring during the execution process or during conversions, then the message is sent back to the code again to run once again. So compiler is used to convert the entire program into machine code, whereas interpreter is used to convert only one line of code at a time into machine code. That is the major difference. Python, JavaScript languages comes under interpreted languages. C++ and all comes under compiled languages. But all the programming languages are same, right? Like all languages are same. Why do we have this differences like interpreted languages and compiled languages? What is the difference which makes them separated? Interpreted languages are also called as scripting languages, and compiled languages are also called as programming languages. So what is the thing which makes them get separated, that we will understand. So scripting languages are used to convert one line of code at a time into machine code, that is zeros and ones. So it is called as interpreted language. Whereas programming language is used to convert the entire file of code, not line by line, the entire file of code into machine code, that is zeros and ones at a time. So the structure of this scripting language is very simple because we are using interpreter as one line of code is converted at a time. Here the structure is very simple. But in programming languages, the structure is very difficult to understand at times. The scripting language execution is speed is very slow because here we are converting each line by line code into machine code. It takes extra time to convert every line of code. In programming languages, the execution speed is very fast because here we are converting all the lines of code at a time into machine code. So the execution speed is very fast. But the space which the scripting language is taking is very less because at a time we are converting only one line of code. So the data which is storing is very low. But in programming languages, the space which we are taking to store the data is very high because here we are converting full block of code into machine code in one go. Scripting languages are mostly used in business applications, in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and even in web development for desktop applications also. But programming languages are used in mobile applications, whatever applications you will be using on mobile phone, and the software applications which we will be using, all those comes under programming languages. So let us discuss some real world examples of scripting and programming languages. Scripting languages are used in Gmail accounts. Like Gmail is built using a scripting language. Pinterest is built using scripting language itself. And even Dropbox, it is also built using scripting language itself. And coming to programming languages, all the social media applications like Facebook, Instagram, and even Google Chrome are built using programming languages. But here comes the question. We have scripting languages, we have programming languages, but which one to choose, either scripting or programming? I must say, if you are more fascinated and interested towards business or automating things in order to make your work done, then scripting language is for you. And if at all you want to build mobile applications or software applications, then programming language is for you. After getting familiarized with which programming language to choose, the question is, where should we write our code in order to convert it into machine code? So here are the two best options, that is IDEs and text editors, to make our work much easier. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It is a one place environment where we can do all our works. We can write our code, debug our code, which we'll discuss about debugging in next videos. We can translate our code. It is used to convert the code into machine language, that is zeros and ones. It is even used to execute our code in order to get the output. It also makes documentation of our code. As you can see in the example over here, just ignore the meaning of this example which I'm typing, but just concentrate on how the prompts are being shown in order to make our work much easier. IDEs has this multiple kinds of features in order to increase our speed of coding and to make our work much faster. It provides different kinds of prompts or hints in order to finish the line of coding easier and faster. It takes huge amount of memory whenever we download an IDE, but it's worth it. When we want to code a large amount of projects, IDE is the best choice. Next we have text editor. Text editor consumes less memory, but it is similar to notepad or a text document or text file which we have in our computers, laptops, or anything. And text editors are just used to type our text. It doesn't provide any enhanced features or functionalities just like IDEs does, but it is used to convert or translate our code into machine code without providing any extra prompts or hints. As you can see in the above example, text editors are only used to show the prompts or hints about the errors in the code which we are writing in some of the text editors. But in most of or majority of the text editors, they don't even show this kind of prompts of errors when we type something wrong. So this is the thing which makes a text editor different from IDEs. Here comes the question. We have IDEs and text editors, but which one to use in order to start writing our code? I must say, if you are a beginner and don't have prior experience with coding, then text editor is for you because it is beginner friendly and helps you enhance your skills and understand the structure of code by making it written by yourself. If you have some prior knowledge of code, then IDE is for you. It is used to build vast amounts of projects. Since it gives prompts and hints, it is not advisable for the beginners to use IDEs. I have made a detailed video on top 5 best IDEs to use. I'll mention the link in the description as well as I button, so do check it out. With this, we have done with all the basic terminologies of coding. In upcoming sessions, I'm going to start a new crash course from basic to advanced level of programming of any particular programming language, and we'll be solving various kinds of questions in order to get familiarized and get in-depth knowledge of that particular language. And we'll also do data structures and algorithms along the way with programming language, and we'll even get into competitive coding as well. So stay tuned.